So not something I'd normally do, guys, so I can only apologise. I'm about to jump in the truck and go and get this vehicle, but I don't know if anyone else has got a Berlingo or a Peugeot partner, but my air conditioning in here is unbelievable. It's better than my car. So I'm just sitting in here doing the intro to the video and actually cooling down a bit before I go and hopefully not sit on the M25 too long. So an abandoned project. I call it you got to use the word abandoned very carefully, haven't you guys? But the guy said to me in 2019, Rob, we went into lockdown and literally I parked it on the drive and it has not turned a wheel since. Guys, that's 4 years now. I can't believe how quick that's gone. But it's actually, it could be 5 years, but it's certainly been sat there since lockdown. Not something that probably we wouldn't normally do, and it is quite far away as well, guys. It is in Bracknell, but the guy reached out to me and he said, Rob, look, this is the car, this is the pictures. In fact, let me include the pictures. And as you can see, it's not moved since 2019, but a couple of things really piqued my interest, and that was the fact that it's cheap, it's automatic. It didn't know the exact mileage, but I've looked up the MOT history and it is sort of looking like it's around 60,000 miles. So that is the low tax bracket car as well. I think they're £20 or £30 a year. And all round, these little cars are sometimes, no, in fact they are quicker to do than a salvage car. You get a salvage car, you got to do the repairs, you got to order all the parts. For cars like this, sometimes they're reasonably quick to turn around. So I had a chat with Chris about it. He's like, Rob, I'm here working with Dan, we can't do anything at the moment, the mechanical stuff we need to do. Mate, jump in the truck, go down there for that price and just buy it. So guys, welcome back to the channel and a new video. Let's get on the M25 and go and get it picked up. So rolling straight into the car vertical on this one, guys. And as you can see, theft, okay. Odometer, okay. Financial and legal status, okay. Damage, okay. This car is all completely clear. Now that the car vertical check has been updated, there is lots and lots more help on here when you are purchasing your car, and it does tell you quite a lot more in depth about the vehicle. So just off the bat, the Citroen C4 2008 model is a versatile and stylish car that comes in a variety of engine types, body styles and other specifics. So then it says, let's take a closer look. So it goes for all the engines, the trim levels, etc, etc. Everything is on there. Also down the bottom there, you will see a handy little message button. So if you do get stuck with anything, you can actually message Car Vertical and one of their assistants will help you out. Also, if there's something in particular that you're looking for, you can actually click. So odometer takes you straight to it, or damage takes you straight to the damage section. Finance takes you straight back to that. So you don't have to scroll through the whole thing. But once you do this check, you can download it and keep it forevermore. I am just going to show you what it would look like on the front page of a check if there was an issue. So ultimately, this Volkswagen Passat is just been shown there to show that theft, usage, odometer, and the only one that's clear on there is financial and legal status. And quite often, guys, as well, on the checks, when they have been damaged, you can get up the original pictures of the damage. So there's the pictures of this particular vehicle, and as you can click on them and look at them more in depth. I want to thank Car Vertical once again for the continued support on the channel. Guys, to benefit from a discount off your check, use the code up on screen now, or there's a link in the description. Guys, I've arrived. I'm in Bracknell and I've had a bit of a shock actually. It's been valeted. Well, it hasn't been valeted, it's been cleaned, and I've just said to him, well, it doesn't look nothing like it did in them pictures. And he said, no, I didn't want you to think you was getting a pile of scrap, so I've actually given it a wash. He ain't gone to town on it. But all that green is gone. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to hang around here. Like I said, it's a home address, so let's get it on the back of the truck and then we'll have a look when we get back to the yard. Chuck the jump pack on it, fired right up, but the brakes are stuck on. I've managed to get it forward about a foot. I'm just gonna have to gingerly do it, slowly but surely. But guys, look, 63,000 miles, auto. It's gonna be good news, isn't it? Right, let's try and get it on the truck. There we go, mate. The old ship still taking pride of place.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get on that.
Well, it don't look too bad.
Nah,
does it?
but have you noticed anything straight off the bat from them pictures I showed you?
It's a bit cleaner.
He's washed it. He
Right.
said, I didn't want you to think you was getting an old banger. He said, genuinely, it is quite a nice car. But I chucked the jump pack on it, and it actually fired straight up.
Yeah. Don't look bad, Rob, does it?
No, it's not bad at all, honestly. Inside is lovely.
So it's just literally a case of they've parked it up and stopped using it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I'll show you in a minute. It has got an issue because I noticed it when I was driving it on.
Yeah.
Bit of surface rust on them.
Yeah, but they're like new, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the top of them, I think they are new. So they're just going to want a little bit of cleaning up.
Or to open it?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah. It's very, very clean, isn't it?
It is clean, isn't it? Automatic.
Yeah.
Diesel.
Yeah, definitely real good news.
Very good news.
And all round, it ain't really got any digs in it. I did notice when you just open that other door, look, there's one there, like a car park thing.
Yeah,
but
it's entitled to them, isn't it?
on a 2008 car, I think this is the one where the steering wheel turns, but the airbag and all that doesn't. Very, very strange. Yeah,
oh, yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit quirky.
I've got all the paperwork and the spare keys in the truck.
I was just looking for
Look, some car park change.
any shrapnel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Good.
Very, very clean and tidy. Got everything on it. Must be quite a nice model.
Yeah.
Auto wipers, auto lights.
It doesn't look like it's had a hard life at all,
No,
does it?
not at all. 64,000, I think, when I started it up.
Right.
That's a cup holder, I think, mate, not a change pot.
Well, you never
You're
know.
terrible, you are.
Well,
You are. Guys, he's saving up to be able to get an extension for them shorts so they can wear them
look
in the
after
winter.
the pennies, the pounds look after themselves,
Exactly, mate.
That's what my dad used to say.
Oh, it's actually locked, so it's probably just going to be that door that's open because you have to press it twice, don't you, to unlock it?
Yeah, you've been in it, haven't you?
No, literally, honestly, I drove it on. Let me show you what's wrong with it.
Go on then.
And back discs are nice as well. And the pads. Yeah. BTR Plus. It's obviously top of the shop in its day.
Yeah.
Right, when I drove it on, I could hear a dong, dong, and I thought, oh, I know what that sounds like straight away.
Right, I think that needs a tyre.
Does it? Yeah, it's all cracked, yeah. Straight away, I could hear it spring. Put your hand in now.
Oh, yeah.
Snapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight away, as soon as I loaded it on.
Yeah, I thought you was going to say drop link.
Just on a side note,
They,
guys, I know someone's going to notice that Astra in the background. That's actually Chris's sister's. It's not
They
for
eat
sale.
drop links, don't they?
They do, yeah.
I thought that's what you was going to say.
Yeah,
for a
like the
minute.
vans eat drop links, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, we get her off, shall we?
Yeah, you've done with them for the day?
Yep.
Get it in the workshop, get it up on the ramp.
I think so. What's the other tyres like, Rob?
I have, honestly, Chris.
The front one looks good.
I won't lie to you, mate. I didn't even look at them. That one that's cracked like that, I would assume has probably been flat.
The fronts look very good, don't they? But the rears,
yeah,
not so. Yeah, that one's a cracked as well.
yeah.
It's a pair of tyres, doesn't it?
A pair of brand new second-hand tyres or a pair of brand new tyres?
We'll have to see what the budget extends to.
205 50 17s.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it unloaded. I think first thing is, yeah, let's get it unloaded, get it up on the ramp. I'm going to have to go around Marks, get a brand new second-hand battery, because we don't want to hang around for ordering a brand new one, do we?
Well, if Mark's got something.
Something good.
Yeah.
Let's get it unloaded, get it on the ramp, I think, have a look how bad that spring is and see if there's anything else underneath it. But overall,
is there
really
lockers? Are they lockers? Do we know?
It's probably got lockers under there because it's got alleys on it, but if it has, it'll be in there.
Fingers
Let's
crossed.
get it unloaded. I can't believe that. I've never seen that happen before. Now, I could see this through the arch. We both could. It's... There it is down there, look.
Yeah. Mad.
The actual whole spring has let go and wound itself down.
It's popped out the seat, isn't it, by the look of it? But, well, we get the whole leg off, April.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to show how far down it's come.
Yeah.
Mate, that is lucky that ain't caused any other damage. Look how close it is to that brake pipe.
Yeah.
And the other side is actually, we just had a quick look, like new. It's been done, isn't it?
I would imagine so, because the other one's all rusty.
Yeah, someone's put one spring on it, and obviously they've gone as a pair. Yeah, them brakes were definitely new.
It was surprising the price when you rung up.
Yeah, 20...
And availability.
Yeah,
From
£28 and
£24,
oh, was it? And
£24, and I got them on the shelf.
on the shelf, so I
must
guess...
be a common thing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we recently done the builders on his C4 Picasso, didn't we? Yeah. That was a spring. So I guess...
You better pop round.
Yeah, I'll go and grab it and... Yeah. You'll get it off and I'll whip round and get a new one. Let's do it. Can't beat it, guys. When you need something in a hurry, look. All them batteries, all tested, all taken out of cars, all good. And he's got the perfect one for us. Let's get it back to the yard. Messing about there from Chris. So we've got the battery from Mark's, that's ready to go on. That spring, I was going to say you removed that, but it looks like it just fell off.
I had to wind it off, actually.
Did you?
Here, so it spun almost like a thread.
Right. Yeah, I don't think we'll hear, but I reckon the hand actions will be all right. Yeah, he just basically unwound it, and I'll just pop round to Carbon Motive because they've got the mega spring machine, and we hate doing these, especially with the old spring clamps. We'll do them if we have to, but the guys around there, they love helping out. So got that done. Chris is going to chuck that on. I've rung A2 tyres, and they've got 2 tyres in stock, and of course they always look after us. So I'm going to whip those 2 cracked tyres over there, have 2 new tyres put on it while Chris is chucking that leg on. This video seems to be flowing perfectly. I don't want to test fate, but it's all happening quite fast. Also, while I was round Cat Automotive getting that spring, I've got oil filter and an air filter as well. So, well, of course, once the battery's on, that leg's on, we'll run it up and we'll swap all that out as well. Right, let's get on with it. 2 nice fresh tyres. They are budgets, but this car don't do 120. I think the speed rating on them is about 100, and this car only goes slow. Now, Chris has put the leg on, as you would have seen, and he just started it up to warm the oil up, and we got our first bit of bad news, I think.
Well, it
but
ran for about a couple of minutes.
Did it?
And then,
So it run for a couple of minutes, and then it is quite a common fault. You can hear that, guys, and you can see the smoke. See the smoke. Righto, mate. So we have got a chuffing injector, and if you look down in there at number 4, you can see it's quite wet, and it's actually like letting by basically. There's a copper washer on the bottom of these, and it is quite a common fault across all diesel models, and ultimately it's just blowing by it. So Chris has already taken the cover off, already taken the scuttle panel out, ready to crack straight on. We're going to pull that out. I'm going to go and get an injector seal for it, because it's a lovely car, isn't it? And
well, we're committed now.
Yeah, it's one little setback. Yeah, leg looks perfect. And do you know when we bought it off the back of the truck and it was a bit sluggish, and I said, oh, I think the old brakes are binding on. I think it was more likely that spring binding on, wasn't it?
Probably.
Holding on to the wheel. So let's get that.
I'll get that out, or you go and get a
I'll go and grab the seals for it.
I mean, are we changing them all or just that one?
Mate, it's honestly, it's like pretty much false economy. If they're not leaking, you don't want to disturb them.
Right, we'll just do that.
Yeah, we'll just do that one.
Sounds good. It's Friday afternoon. It's nearly time to go home.
I think it is time to go home, innit? I can't believe you want to do it. Anyway, it has got to be done. Let's do it. You know what they say, guys? Never tempt fate. And I spoke too soon when I said, this video's just flowing. I should know by now to keep my mouth shut, shouldn't I? Guys, Chris undone it, and the actual fork for the injector, as you can see there, is snapped, and that was the issue. Where that wasn't pulling that injector down tight, it's obviously letting by at the bottom. You can see all the carbon up the injector there, And then when he pulled it off, the seals, I mean, they always want changing when they come off anyway. But unfortunately, I couldn't get them on Friday, so I've had to order them from the main dealer, and they've come in this morning. So we're picking up where we left off. Let's continue on, get this back in there with a new seal on it, all the new seals on it, and then finally fire it up, get it hot enough so that we can let the oil go and change that over. Well, they're certainly not chuffing anymore, mate.
No.
So there's 2 new seals in the top, new copper washer in the bottom, and that absolutely sounds like a Swiss watch now. So
Yep.
gonna let that get nice and warm,
Dump the oil.
and filter and get them swapped out. It's all self-explanatory here, guys. We've still got the engine running at this point, and we're just removing that under tray. There was 4 10mm nuts and 7 10mm bolts. Quite easy once it dropped down. We got under there with the oil drain, drained all of the oil out. Chris cracked on and got the oil filter swapped out, and I moved on to the air filter. You could just about see it there, how dirty it was. There's a little tip here, guys, I always forget to tell you. When filling, always turn the oil can sideways. You'll be surprised how much easier it is. There we go, guys, all done, ready for MOT. I've got it booked in for about 35 minutes time. The car wash is on the way, so we'll quickly stop there, get it washed over, just make sure the glass is nice and clean and the lights, and see if it passes an MOT. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Sounds very, very nice and quiet now. And I set that clock, so that drives me mad, keep flashing. Let's do it. Fair bit of wind out here, guys, so I'm not going to hang around out here too much, but check that little car out. All cleaned up, lovely, and went straight through an MOT with no advisories. He said it's mint underneath, and it is. We had it up on the ramp. It is very, very clean. The discs all cleaned up lovely by the time I got to the MOT. You can see them now, all cleaned up, and there's just no problems with it whatsoever. So nice quick one, this nice quick turnaround. Of course, now we're going to go in the workshop and go through the numbers. It's the next week after the Duke video, and I'm still here, guys. A lot of you is really worried Chris had the he's just been working really long hours in that yard. I promise you, he was as bothered as all of us was. It was a little bit of a loss and an experience, and I thought it was quite funny.
As we always, I haven't got my mic on.
No.
As we always say, you've got to be in it to win it.
You've got to be in it to win it. But where you've been out there in that heat, hard at it, people were saying, oh, Chris didn't seem that enthusiastic. But that's it's going to take a lot to get you built up like it did on that boat.
Oh, for
and
sure.
I think that was coming off the back of that boat video. So let's get down to the numbers on that. Purchase price, £400. Collection, £50, just a bit of diesel for the truck. Coil, spring plus fitting, £34. So the spring was actually £24, and then I'll take it round to Carbon Motive. He always got the proper machine, and we hate doing them on the clamps. We will if we have to, but just take them round there and always give them a little drink, so a tenner. Oil and filter, £88. That was oil filter and air filter. 2 tyres, budget tyres, from A2, £85. Injector seal plus.
Sorry, mate, that lorry's here.
Oh, guys, sorry, one sec. Said, Rob, include the interruption in the video. So here goes. And this is recycled material with no fines in it at all. So it's really, really good for drainage. So it's bits and, well, I'd have to get Chris to explain, but there's bits of everything in there, really. Ideal. Bit of kit, that. Huge thank you again, Shore Haulage. Last time we see that, Chris, he was taking away my garden wall. What was left of it? You see, there's no dust coming out of it, and that's because there's no fines in it. There's no kind of dirt or dust in there at all. Keep you busy for a little while. A lot cheaper than crushed concrete. A third of the price, yeah. I think we need one of them lorries. Don't know, it just looks like a good bit of kit.
Oh yeah, it's a proper toy, isn't it?
Right, let's get back to them numbers. Sorry about that, guys, but a welcome interruption. We needed that. So I'm just going to quickly go through it again. 400 for the car, collection 50, coil spring and fitting 34, oil and filter 88, 2 tyres 85, injector seals and clamp, this is where we was, £34. Valet was 20 quid. MOTs have gone up, yeah. £45. Inflation. Everything's going up apart from people's wages. Battery, £24. Gives us a total of £780. Cheap little car, that. £780. Yeah, and of course, we like to be fair with the prices. We got it for a good price. We're not going to break any records with it, but our figures we got here, if you can keep doing this throughout the month, at the end of the month, you're in front, you're not behind. And that's ultimately the game, guys, isn't it? The goal to be over. So £780 total. We're going to ask, a little bit different this one. That car has got full Citroen service history. I mean, every stamp in the book is Citroen. There's plenty of them and they've all been done at the same dealership. So we're going to ask £1,250 for that car. And that is going to give us a pre-tax profit of £470. But I hear you guys, someone's going to say, you don't really know the history. Well, I do, because I've looked through the book. But it's been sat for a while, and I know a lot of you are going to say, can belt it. Now, we're passing it on. We're selling it cheap. So it's either £1,250, giving us a £470 profit, or it's 1,500 quid, and we do the cam belt water pump when we get 5 minutes on it. I'm not going to make you all wait for this one. You're going to be watching this video Wednesday? Yep. Wednesday. And I'm going to put that car on Instagram on Thursday evening for sale, guys. So if you are interested in it, make sure you're following us at Salvage Rebuilds. You can also follow Chris on his jollies and days out and etc, at Salvage Rebuilds Chris. Don't forget, like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you on Saturday in the next one.